The trifecta. Brown's got 5.
Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that jump, no question. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Pass to Reed. Back to DiVincenzo. And he misses his first shot of the game.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it'd probably be the 3-point shot.
Here's Reed. Pass to DiVincenzo. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the 3-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Nifty move. Out to White. Here's Brown. He's covered by Clark. Second chance shot. And the turnover again by Boston. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now here's DiVincenzo. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes. They led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and can start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Over to the wing. Back to DiVincenzo. Off target with his three. Celtics leading by 5. Craig up top. Pass to Hauser. Now Craig going inside. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Alexander Walker with the ball. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Clark for 3. Tries yet again. Craig pulls it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Horford. Can't hit from in close. Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to McDaniels. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Inside, and he lays it straight in. McDaniels got his first points of the game. It's Seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
And the shot goes in.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Here's Tatum. Oh, and then jammed by Tatum.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
To the middle. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Back to Porzingis. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. "17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter."
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Here's Edwards. And that one hits back iron. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics out in front, up 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Timberwolves trail by 3. Back to Conley. For the tie. Drills it from outside. Conley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
Right side Tatum. Outside Holiday. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And we all hear talk about Jrue Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
13 feet away. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Brown's got 7 points. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Outside Edwards. Pass to Randle. 6 on the shot clock. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Randle's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
The ability to get to the mid-range game is something Julius Randle has proven he can do.
Tatum's shot is off.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Edwards getting the close range, too.
Assist goes to...
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Tatum, no good. Here's Minnesota. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And the shot is good. Edwards got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now Conley. Over in the corner, Randall. Here's Edwards. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
That's where patience pays off for Anthony Edwards. The clock is dwindling, but he's keeping his poise.
Outside, White. Down low.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
The line for 2.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Let's see those next moves.
Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Randall. Shot clock at 5. Here's Edwards. And Shireman pulls it down. Boston trailed. Outside, Horford. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Horford. For the lead. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Horford's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. .36 seconds left to play here in the third. Hit by Reed. Driving, it's Edwards.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Right side, Horford. Inside. Here's Pritchard. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Celtics lead by 1. DiVincenzo with it. And here's Edwards from the arc. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics lead by 1.
The Timberwolves 30.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Pritchard. In the corner, Horford with it. Celtics passing it around. Shot clock at 6. And they'll get another chance. Second shot opportunity. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. And here is DiVincenzo. Miller to the paint. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Pass to Hauser. Back to Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Reed, guarded by Horford. Back to Reed. And Boston with the rebound. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Hauser. And here is Craig. To the middle. Here's Pritchard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Celtics lead by 3.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Teams deciding to change it up. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now, with the game in the balance, he had some encouraging words for his team. He said, "This is what we wanted. We thought if we kept it close, we could pull it out. Now let's go out there and do just that." Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Well, this is exactly where Rudy Gobert looks to score. The more dangerous he becomes, the closer he gets to the basket.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Gobert, the screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on White.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
And Edwards drops them both.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Off on the layup. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's DiVincenzo. And the layup's good off the glass. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these 2 teams are really equal.
Porzingis inside. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Gobert, the screen. Here's Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Pass to Tatum. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
I like this throwback approach they're taking. Looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Good on the triple. Conley's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
That's just being a pro. Conley understanding the moment and rising to the occasion.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
.56 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to McDaniels. And here is Conley, guarded by Holiday. Left side, Edwards. Conley's shot is off.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
There's Tatum. It's in!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Pass to Tatum. And Tatum hammers it home.
Unshakable trust in Jason Tatum in this sort of situation. Their staff just puts the ball in his hands and lets him make plays.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
.11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. No good.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that ties the game up.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
For the win. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Now here's Conley. To the right side. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Edwards. Now here's McDaniels. No one near Randle as he lets it go. And it's off from three-point range. To the inside. Inside. Outside, Porzingis. On the wing, Holiday. His three-pointers off the mark.
2 minutes remaining in
Edwards with it. He's picked up by White. Randall outside. Buries it from three-point range. Randall's got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Porzingis inside. Brown wide open. He fired. Boston, no good that time either. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Ansel Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Brown. 1:05 left to play in OT, and this battle continuing.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
Pickleball substitution. Nikhil Alexander Walker. Dante DiVincenzo.
So it's Minnesota now, trailing by 2. It's Edwards on the wing. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Randall outside. And a miss there on the triple. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Outside Holiday. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste, not at this point in the game.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Jacks up a 3. Buries the triple.
That was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
The screen from Brown. Here's Tatum. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorisburg, take